Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Carla, and in today's video, we are diving into a fascinating financial strategy known as velocity banking. Whether you are looking to pay off some debts quickly or optimize your finances, this video will give you all the insights you need to know. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for all the detailed exploration of velocity banking. First of all, what is velocity banking? Velocity banking is a financial strategy aimed at reducing mortgage or significant debt quickly by using a line of credit as your primary bank account. The concept involves using the line of credit to pay down debts and cover living expenses, while funneling all of your income into the line of credit to decrease interest charges and principal quickly. The concept involves using this line of credit to pay down the debt and cover for the living expenses while funneling all of your income into the line of credit to decrease interest charges and principal quickly. Although not exclusive to any single institution, velocity banking is often associated with banks offering line of credit with favorable terms. Products typically used in this strategy includes home equity line of credit, which is also known as HELOCs, personal line of credit, and sometimes large limit credit cards. So it depends how you wanna play this game. So remember, I always say that finance basically is a game. It's like a puzzle. You take from here, take from there, and just make it happen. And the main goal is pay as less interest as possible and go smooth. If you're finding this video helpful so far, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also join my free VIP group where we discuss various financial strategy in detail. Link will be in the description box below. Coming back to the subject, I will share with you some pros and cons. On the pro side, rapid debt reduction is one of them. Potentially shave years off your mortgage or loans really quick. The other one is interest saving. By reducing the principal faster, you save on interest accrued. What this means is basically if you pay or put down some money on the principal from a line of credit that you get approved or something like that, or HELOC or something like that, that you can get some cash and put it down toward that debt that you want to pay off, well then you will have, and that's mean that you will pay less interest, which is what we are trying to deal with. And another pro is flexibility. So basically, this means that use of funds, the line of credits as needed for expenses. So basically, line of credit, if you get approved for it and you have it handy and you have the full amount, whatever it is, and you put it down to a tower on a specific large purchase or large expensive or some specific debt, then you can use that line of credit to pay off, which basically the line of credit usually have better rates than the typical debt. So you can go from there. So that's what I say is a game. You just have to play your cards right and you will see better results. On the con side, there is risk of debts. Basically, mismanagement can lead to more debts or financial strain. So you have to be careful with this. This is like a game. You can win or you can lose. In this case, I think this strategy is really good one. Is really favorable, but you have to understand it. That way, you can play around and do it in the right way. That way, it's a win-win. Another cons is basically complexity. So I know this strategy can be difficult to understand, but as soon as you understand how you can deal with it or how you can use it on your favor, is a piece of cake. So basically, this requires diligent management and financial discipline in order to get good results. So on the other hand, it's considered a cons because you have to put the effort in, go from there. And one last cons will be dependence on credit. That's true. You rely heavily on having access to a line of credit or a HELOC or something like that, or sometime a zero APR credit card or whatever is going to be the card that you're going to use at the time. But the reality is that yes, you have to depend on credit, but at the end of the day, it's favorable depend how you use it. So the cons is like cost effect. How to get approved for one of these products that you can use in Velocity Banking. To get approved for products used in Velocity Banking, such as HELOC, you typically basically need to have a good credit score, usually above 680, a stable income, and sufficient equity in your home. Financial institutions usually pull from the major credit bureaus, which are Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian. However, you have to see the bigger picture. All of these rules of approval or policy of approval is going to depend of the institution that you're going to go with. So it could be, like I said, I give you a range which is 660, but it can be more or less because it's going to depend of your credit profile, your credit history, your how responsible you are with your payments, and much more information that they can see on your credit profile. Just not It's not just about the credit score per se, not the number. So it's much more than that. Actually, it depends, like I mentioned, it depends of the institution, because you can have maybe less than 680, let's say 640 or 650 in a good credit profile, then you can get approved, but it's still you can get approved for a good amount. I want to give you an example. Let's say that John has a 200,000 mortgage at 4% AP, 4% interest. He obtains a HELOC with a 50,000 limit and uses it to pay a chunk of his mortgage. He then directs all of his income to the HELOC, reducing the balance rapidly before repeating the process. So you see how that goes. So basically, you get approved for 50,000. You put that amount toward the principal on that mortgage, and basically, you are saving a lot of interest there. You're gonna put your salary or paycheck toward that HELOC, and he's gonna be feeding or he's gonna paying off that HELOC, and you can reuse it. Another example is Sarah uses a personal line of credit to manage her student loans similarly, accelerating her debt's payoff and reducing interest significantly. So that's basically in generic overview. This is what it is. We are trying to find line of credit that we can get approved to put it toward any specific debt and save an interest. And probably whatever you are putting to pay that amount of the debt or the minimum payment, you can put it towards something else. So typically, line of credit and HELOCs are the most common strategy to use Velocity Banking. So HELOC stands for, like I mentioned before, is a home equity line of credit, and it is a type of credit that uses your home as collateral and allows you to borrow against your home equity. HELOCs are revolving line of credit, similar to credit cards, that you can use for a set of period of time. During this time, known as the drop period, you can borrow and repay your fund as needed, usually up to a credit limit. You can access to the funds, especially via check or a credit card. Once the draw period ends, you will enter to the repayment period, and this is when you will need to pay back the remaining balance in your regular installments of principal and interest. HELOCs usually can be useful for a large expensive like home renovation or for consolidation debts from other loans with higher interest rate. They often have lower interest rates than other type of loan, like I mentioned before, and the interest may be tax deductible. However, because your home is a collateral for the loan, you could risk foreclosure. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful with this, how you do this. If you don't make your payment, then you will be at risk to lose your house. So you have to be really responsible on how you play this game. HELOC interest rates are also variable and adjust based on the prime rate. So who should consider velocity banking? This strategy is best This strategy is best for individual with a stable, predictable income who are comfortable managing large credit lines and have a disciplined financial mindset. That's why I say that I love the concept of holistic finance, because when you have a connection between your mind, your body, your inside, basically, and you combine that with numbers, your mind is in the right place. You're gonna put it all together, mix it up, and you will have a tremendous result, because everything flows. This is not suited for those struggling with debt or who lack financially stability or discipline, because you will mess up, and that's what we are trying to avoid. To maximize the benefit of velocity banking, ensure you have a detailed monthly budget. That will help tremendously, because you can have a visual on all of your expenses and everything that you have with the numbers. So, like I said, when I say number, is meaning your finance. You will have all of the income, all of the expenses, and you can see visually where is everything going, and you can put and start moving around in order to get a better picture of how it can benefit you the most. Another way to maximize this is basically understand the term of your line of credit that you can get the most benefit out of it. And one more is use financial tools or consult with a financial advisor to track your progress. That if you have any confusion or you are not understanding correctly what is going on, find some help. That way you don't get to the point that you get stuck, or you can get into trouble because you misunderstand something, and you can go from there. So the idea with this strategy is to get a solution in reduce your debt or pay off debts with the less interest as possible. In that way you can go from there. The reality is velocity banking can be a powerful tool for those looking to conquer their debts or optimize their financial strategies. However, like any financial decision, it requires careful consideration and management. So I wonder, what are your thoughts on velocity banking? Have you tried it? Will you consider it? Let us know in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you to see what you think about it, or if you have experienced something with this strategy. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and please join my free VIP group for more financial insight. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.